Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. The background changed. It's now Herlock's home. And perhaps, more to the point, why is she here in Mr. Sholm's suite? Oh, silly me. I haven't introduced myself, have I? No, give us a name. Oh, she's sweet though. It is a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson. Look, I mean, we don't trust Irises in Ace Attorney series, right? But Wilson? Like Watson? I live here together with Hurley. Oh, Iris, is it? What a lovely name. What? What's the matter? No, wait. This can't be... Did you say that your name is Wilson? What's the matter with Suzato-san? Why is she so flustered all of a sudden? Yes, that's right. And what are your names? Oh, I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a lawyer from Japan. Oh, sorry. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Suzato Mikotaba. It's wonderful to meet you. Lovely! Susie and Runo. Got it. Susie? Runo? There's more to this girl that meets the eye. I have so many questions for her. I don't know where to start. Yes, and so do I. Yeah, hold on. Iris? So, it was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey? Yes, that's right. You're ever so helpful. Thank you so much. Oh no, not at all. I'm so sorry we couldn't have been more welcoming. Although, at the same time, we did have a rather large gun pointed at us. Yeah, that. Like this? Hey! Ah, thinking back now. You left with Miss Lestrade in tow, didn't you? Oh yeah, that awkward witness, Gina Lestrade. Oh, Ginny? Yes, she's a professional pickpocket. Yeah, so we found out. It was very naughty of her to pinch my invention like that. Are you referring to the trial-disrupting gun-like contraption? Exactly. So I followed her, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think about fitting a self-destruct mechanism in my inventions. This girl is dangerous. Anyway, I brought Ginny back here after that, so she could apologize to my trusty technician. Sorry, your technician? Hurley, of course, silly. Hurley? Uh-huh. Herlock Sholmes. We live here together. I had no idea the great detective has such a interesting young daughter. Daughter? Not likely. Huh? I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I? Well then, what is your relationship with Mr. Sholmes? Well, I expect you found out that lodgings of any kind in London are very expensive. So the solution is to share the cost with a partner, a roommate. Your roommates? I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you? 10 at last this year. Oh. Well, what of your mom and dad? Dead? Oh, no. They're not around. Oh, okay. I remember the story is there. Wilson. Oh, yes. There's something I must ask you. Uh-huh. What is it? Go ahead, Susie. I'm a very great fan of the adventures of Herlock Sholmes and... Oh, you have a copy of Rand's magazine. Yes, I've read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship. Oh, this is so exciting. My stories are being read on the other side of the world. My stories? That's right. Hurley is always solving such amazing cases, you see, and he tells me all about them. They're really quite fascinating. It would be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard them, don't you think? Goodness! So she's the writer. Last night, he was telling me all about a new case he just solved on a steamship traveling from a faraway land. So I was just in the middle of typing up the manuscript for the next issue before you came. So you are the author? Uh-huh. I'll let you know a secret if you like. I'm gonna call the latest adventure the Speckled Band. The Speckled Band? Well, I mean, that's certainly very familiar. Of course. I always change one or two details in the stories here and there. This time, I had the idea of making a venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble. Oh, that was Mr. Sholmes' first thought as well, actually. Uh-huh. And of course, I know that snake might not be a credible fit for the facts of the case, but it's a story. Some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, don't you think? So, do you mean to say those stories about Mr. Sholmes that are published in Rand's magazine? All written by me? Uh-huh. On my wonderful and very modern typewriter. But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson. Suzato sounds getting more and more worked up. Uh-huh, that's me. I mean, my real name is Wilson. My name really is Wilson. But what about the doctor of medicine part? That's all true too. I'm a doctor of medicine. At 10 years old? At 10 years old? Well, that's incredible. But... Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman. Uh-huh. I did alter the setting slightly, for the stories to be more compelling. Oh. Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old girl in tow? I suppose it does, yes. Oh, poor Suzato-san. She looks like her whole world has just fallen apart. Alright, deduction time. About before. What's on your mind, Runa? Do tell me. How'd you know that I was a lawyer, and then we just arrived in London, I mean? Yes. Oh, and that we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How did you know all of that? Oh, that's what you mean. Please, tell us how you did it. Explain every detail. Of course, I'd be delighted. Although, there's really no mystery. Now, let's begin. Begin the mystery thing with her. Oh, she's so cute. Iris Wilson's proud to present her Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Did we get to a thing again? Oh no, yeah, she's actually competent. She doesn't need us. First of all, I knew already that you were a lawyer, Runo. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's antechamber. But you also said that you'd only just arrived in London. How did you know that? I observed a passport and travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket. Oh, so I was reasonably confident that you must have only just arrived in the country. And on top of that, you accepted a case against that particular prosecutor, telling me that you're unaware of London's court affairs. The Reaper of the Bailey? I walked right into that one, didn't I? Then I noticed the red stamp on the back of Susie's hand. Was that there? I don't know if that was there. Oh, we got it today. Okay, never mind. You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet the suspect, weren't you? Earlier today. Oh! They use those stamps to keep a close eye on comings and goings, you see. I didn't realize. And a red stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates. So, that told me that even though you had only yesterday concluded the trial of Magnus McNulton, the deviant already had cause to visit a foreign inmate in a local prison. However, neither of you were wearing a particularly sad expression on your face, so I concluded that the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or a relative. That led me to believe that you must have accepted a new case. Whoa, I see. But how could you have known that the trial is tomorrow? Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case. It obviously amused him, He told me that he caught a Japanese man who'd been bawling and trembling. A Japanese man? Well, that clearly must have been... Mr. Natsume. And Runo has that fancy Japanese sword. And I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me that you both come from Japan yourselves. So I put two and two together and decided you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley caught. And there's only one conclusion those facts could lead me to. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case. So, like, can she be on our side? Like, I love Herlock and all, but, I want her on my team. There's a note on the mantelpiece that says a man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley is always stabbing his nose with a knife, you see. He's silly. And that's all there was to it, really. Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions. Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct? You were spot on. That was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction. You even managed to discern something of Mr. Sholmes' delivery. Oh, wow. I was just copying Hurley's style for that. This is really very good news. And a very good soundtrack, too. You could tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You will, won't you, Iris? Please. Alright, let's find out about our case. Let's get info about our case before we go to trial. How nice for once. So yesterday, Mr. Sholmes apprehended a Japanese man, you were saying. Uh-huh. Hurley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage, but the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene. Uh-huh. The great detective is a popular man, it seems. Apparently, a woman was stabbed in the quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking, stupid man running away from the crime scene. A short, shifty-looking, stupid man. Mr. Natsume beyond any doubt. Soseki-san said they didn't see anyone else in the street at all. It seems there were witnesses after all. Hurley uses great deductive powers to determine the man's address. There was a lodging room very nearby. He went directly there with the police, and what did they find? A short, shifty-looking Superman shivering in fear. Mr. Sholmes' great deduction certainly hit the mark that time. Of course it did. He's a great detective. Still, that means the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow's too soon for the trial, isn't it? Definitely. We have no time to investigate properly. Hurley says that London is rife with crime. Oh. Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it, apparently. Oh dear. I hadn't realized the situation was so dire. All these squeaky characters. Oops. Well, it's not showing in my recording, is it? Hopefully not. That's why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases and trying the criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person. Oh, wow. Well, that's not a good thing. That's terrible. I suppose it's a harsh reality of the workings of the world's greatest justice system. I suppose it is, but in that case, I don't hold out much hope for Soseki-san. Alright, thank you for answering our questions, Iris. It's been really informative, really. Aww. Oh, you're most welcome. I had so much fun. Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? As you guessed, we'd like to ask him some questions about this case as well. Ah, well, I expect Hurley is still investigating the scene. Of the case involving Mr. Natsume, you mean? Uh-huh. Mr. Natsume? Oh no. Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings. If you leave now, you'll probably catch him. Yes! Iris, do you know where the lodgings are? Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene as a crime themselves, aren't they? Do you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there? Yeah, we know Inspector Gregson. Goody. In that case, give Gregsy this from me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know. What is that? This money? What is this? A 5-shilling piece and a postcard, it seems. Alright, well, I want to go look at that. One moment. Oh, fine. Oh, she read it. Thank you. It reads, tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem. Oh, she's threatening him. Nice. Gosh, this will make the inspector help us, will it? Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try. Let's go threaten the dude. Good luck, then. I'm going to return to writing my manuscript, The Speckled Band. And I'll be making more special blends of tea. So come back again soon. We'd be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. It looks as though the police are still here, carrying with their investigation. Perfect. Let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Uh-huh. And let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at that silver tip Iris gave him. I went and got myself some right after the recording last episode. Well, I made myself some. I'm saying I got potatoes, cut them up, and then, you know, baked them. Hey, Gregson. Time to threaten. Oh, wait. Present. No, wait. I don't need to look at it. I'm good. Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment? I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign godabouts, that's for sure. We have this for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson. What? For me? From her ladyship? Her ladyship? Give that here at once. Come here, hand it over. That's for me. Oh. Don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? What was that coin exactly? It's a silver crown, obviously. There's a lot more to it than that. It's, well, it's an appearance fee. That's what it is. An appearance fee? Oh, I see. You mean... That's right, for the adventures of Herlock Holmes. Her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me. Every time. I thought you didn't want to be featured. Yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly. Of course. You're using my name without my say, so it does make me a butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still. Wait, I'm sorry, Inspector. This must be really difficult for you. Never you mind that. So, what do you want to know about then, eh? Huh? Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. Okay, so it wasn't a threat. Well, obviously it's not a problem, so go on, far away. What do you want to know? Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodgings. The little knife-wielding mustache Japanese fella. You know, we could have gone to the prison and asked him, right? He lives in the right old hovel just over there, look. Oh, just right there? Oh, the boarded-up broken house. Cool. On the first floor of that house, in the corner where the wreck of a bicycle is propped up. That is nearby, indeed. If I remember rightly, the landlord is Mr. John Garadev. Mr. John. Right, well, you see her again? Make sure you give her ladyship my regards, you hear? I mean it. You tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes. Don't worry, Inspector, we will. Goodbye for now, then. And long live her ladyship. Okay. Well, at least tell us what we wanted to know before he left. Yeah. So should we go and see if we can find out in Mr. Natsume's lodgings? Definitely. Dude is a whole ass cannon. Wait, why did he have windows? His windows were bricked up, weren't they? Oh, hello. May I help you? Oh yeah, would this be the residence of Mr. John Garadeb?
Indeed it would, sir. And who may I say is calling?
My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I am...
Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Soseki Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here? We would very much like to ask him some questions about our clients.
One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garadeb. Did you see that, Mrs. Sato? That was a real-life English maid.
I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But it was the first time I've seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better.
It certainly feels like we've really arrived, doesn't it?
We need only to meet a butler and the experience will be complete.
Well, I'm not sure I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment.
Thank you for waiting.
Thank you for waiting. Mr. Garrett. Okay, hold on. Is his name mean something backwards? Debarrage? No.
Thank you for waiting. Mr. Garrett will see you now. This way.
Alright. Hello, Mr. Moonface, sir. Good day to you, John Garadeb, at your service.
Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer.
Do excuse me for not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of Mawand, don't you know? Earned a medal for my pains, but I had to withdraw from the service. Hand over the reins to the up-and-comings. So he's a retired soldier? It's a hell of a job getting down and up and down stairs now, I can tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine. Well, yeah, it's quite a climb up here to the second floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs. Okay, so we're up higher than the first floor.
You must really take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, do you think so, Sister Sato-san?
Well, Mr. Garadeb, no doubt you're very courageous to earn yourself a medal.
Oh, it was nothing. The medal's just a folderol, really. We didn't like to offend the general, though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joan? Let these good people see it properly. Joan, fetch the... Oh, dang! Dash it all, woman, be careful. No. I like you, Joan.
Oh, dearie me, I do beg your pardon, sir.
You jolly nearly took the skin off my hands. I shall be more careful, sir. So, anyway, there you have it, living the quiet life now. Yeah, I see. Now then, I want to know... I hear you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs, is that right?
Yes. We'd be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us.
Only too pleased, naturally, especially if it helps to keep the peace here in Blightly. Blighty? I missed it. That can't be right. Don't do that. That feels gross. Is your tea not gonna get all tobacco-y? We forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were. Oh, wait, really? Even has some famous detective poking around, you know, in this old house, would you believe it?
Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea, all that detective business. Okay, I feel like he did it.
Oh, but you have a copy of Rights magazine here, so...
Anyway, the chap's investigating the foreigner's room as we speak. So he's in Soseki-san's room? It's a bawling nuisance is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. I don't like all the fuss. It's jolly unsettling.
About Mr. Natsume then, Mr. Garadeb. Please do tell us.
Yes, a Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week. Wait, really? Just a week? So he moved very recently then? I have two lodgers most of the time, one on the ground floor and one just below us. The first floor room became available a week ago. You see there? Ah! Dash it all, Joan, do be careful. Oh my goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion,
I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him.
Oh, maybe you did it.
Oh, why is that? He seemed to have the most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder. The man had shady rain across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joan, that man is trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything. I won't be calling this man as a witness, that's for sure. Should I call her as a suspect? Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all? Yes, oh yes, indeed there was. She's trying to tell us. The shady lodger. And you notice anything else at all about your lodger, Mr. Natsume? Oh my word, yes. The man was shadier than an orchard. Could you elaborate? Well, take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books it is. More than anyone could ever read. He never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off to that old bookshop every single day and goes back to at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is up long past the time everyone else in the house has gone to bed, too. Oh, I see. The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night. Okay, that feels like information I should remember. But I've never known that Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning. Oh. Could you clarify something, I wonder? And what, pray tell, do you want me to clarify? How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine? Oh! I understand that neither lodgers live on this floor of the house. Is that correct?
That's right, yes. They're both below us, on the first floor and street level.
Then, how is it that you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise times that they come back in the evening, for example. Even the times they go to bed.
Good grief, Joe. Do be careful, woman.
Oh my goodness, sir. I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Something doesn't add up here.
Yeah. We got ourselves some culprits. Or at least some suspicious individuals.
It seems that the incident took place around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look at the window around that time?
The window?
Yes. Notice that the window over there looks out over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby?
5 o'clock dinner is dinner time at the Garridev household. So I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan?
No, sir. It would have been dusk outside already at that hour. And with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road.
Okay, that feels like other important information. If you're witnesses, you guys are lying.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then?
Such as?
Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated.
Well.
Yeah? Was there something then?
It's nothing in particular or significant, but around the... He's shutting him up. For the love of God, Joan, watch what you're doing.
Oh, dearie me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir.
Do be more careful, woman.
Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow. Oh, yeah? I have exceedingly good memory, and as far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all. Wait, really? Mr. Garridev? The way you were talking before sounded rather like there might have been.
Oh well, as I was saying, it was just a trifling matter, really. Nothing else. Joan, dash it all! What's the matter with you, woman?
Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened.
She's shutting him up. Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to a quiet, uneventful meal. Joan?
That's right, Mr. Garridev. What is the matter with these two? It sounds as if something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident. But what? Wish I knew. Try to look around the room then. Can you tell us what floor Mr. Natsume's room is on?
Why, certainly, just below us on the first floor.
And Mr. Sholmes is investigating there even as we speak.
Yes. Told me Nat's his name, had asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key.
Mr. Natsume has engaged in Mr. Sholmes' services? That's a lie. Would it be alright if we also had to look around? In Mr. Natsume's room, I mean?
Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs.
We have to try. We need all the clues we can lay our hands on, shall we? Yes. And while we're there, we can speak of Mr. Sholmes again. Perhaps he'll tell us more. I don't know who's more excited to see Sholmes, me or Susato.
Oh, that's a room.
And a kitty cat.
This is a scary looking room, actually.
Just look at this place. And smell it. It's so musty in here. I suppose the mountains of old books that are responsible for that.
Susato, are you okay? You look a little traumatized.
I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life.
Me either.
It's so dark in here, too.
Let's find him. Alright, first of all. Kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty 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 cat.
Aww. Oh, okay, bye. Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a second-hand bookshop. Your books.
Oh yeah, Mr. Natsume's name is on it, look. And the day of the purchase, 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. That's the day of the incident.
That's just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books.
Alright, got some evidence. There he is! I found him!
Darling! Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo.
Ah, there he is. But where did he appear from?
He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope you won't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Sholmes.
Hey. Ah, you too. Good day. Now, let me see. Where was it that we met?
What? You forgot us already. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. We were together on the SS Buria.
Yes, of course, the Buria. And let me see. What happened on that voyage? It was Cosimo Sogi. He died tragically, but you were a great help to us. Ah, yes, but of course. The case of Mr. Sogi. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it?
Oh. Well, you seem to remember something of it at least. What an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock Sholmes. This is Mr.
Oh, no, my dear madam, hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. Your brain attic? Was Mind Palace copywritten? Miss Naruhodo. And Mr. Susato.
Other way around, Mr. Sholmes.
I lost the first round. It's not just me, right? As soon as I finish this, I'm gonna go watch someone else's playthrough of this and be like, it's not just me who's just like super bad for Herlock. In truth, I hope to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London. But some Scotland Yarders ambushed me in the railway station and whisked me away to the crime. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes.
So they apprehended Suzaki-san in that short amount of time?
I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvements a little.
A little?
It is a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls that can distend to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Ah yes, those are my own words of
inimitable wisdom, you know, from an adventure entitled A Study in Scarlet.
Wait, please, there's no need to quote yourself.
I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately, my associate pens them beautifully.
He means Iris, I guess.
Mr. Sholmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you mentioned. Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should be only too pleased. And this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case.
So, we know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Saseki Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes, for the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road.
Natsume. Yes. I believe it was a name rather along those lines. But Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little? I'm sorry, Mrs. Zato, but I have not the slightest idea of what you mean.
Huh? I can't believe he was looking at Suzato-san squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance.
I assure you I'm not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as a pair of you are under some misapprehension.
Huh? Okay, how?
I assure you I have no recollection of accusing your stupid compatriot of the crime.
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense.
The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request to me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene.
Okay, so he was just seen fleeing the crime scene, but not necessarily seen stabbing. It's a good distinction. A man seen fleeing?
There were a number of books scattered around the pavement of the scene. From the book place, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe there's a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question.
So you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit then?
That I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my faculties, hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books, I found myself quite lost in
books and learning and literature. Just say literature, man!
Do not be deceived into believing that I'm a man of leisure. No.
Oh dear.
Tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings?
Yeah, Mr. Garrida, a retired military man.
It was the first time I ever met a soldier from the Great British Institution that is the services.
And it was the first time I'd ever met a maid from the Great British Institution that is, service? Oh right, Sherlock Holmes, did he serve in the army? British Army?
Yeah, I was in British Army because he's British. I don't know.
Man, I remember nothing about Sherlock Holmes anymore. I didn't think it was that funny.
I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid.
Yes, I read as much as in my Great Britain primer.
And so, conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken of social standing of those dwelling therein.
Betoken their social standing? I'm sorry, what?
Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family.
Goodness, how extraordinary.
As you can appreciate for those on the precarious boundary of the middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance.
I had no idea.
This is precisely for that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically in a retired Army veteran, Mr. John Garrida.
Huh?
Affable as he is, the fellow's hiding something. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am yet unable to ascertain.
I'm thoroughly lost what he means to say. He's saying he's sus if he has money. He says he has money and he's not. He only has one maid. And she burns him constantly, so she's not really a maid. He's actually poor. The maid is not his maid, but someone else?
This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will surely stab somebody sooner or later.
Mr. Natsume has stabbed no one.
Ah, but sooner or later, as I said.
I don't believe that's the issue here. About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea?
No window?
Well, I mean, I can clearly see that there's a window of sorts. But it's been completely blocked with bricks.
Ah, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax.
Window tax? What is that?
Surely, not a tax on windows. Precisely that.
Oh my goodness.
Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home, perhaps rapidly closed windows up. While the rich open windows here, there, and everywhere. In an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money.
How awful and unjust. Forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light?
Indeed. Disease was rife as a result. So, some 40 years ago, or thereabouts, a window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid lodgings such as these, for example.
So I suppose Mr. Natsume's dividend for living here in London isn't really generous, perhaps.
It would appear so. I have done a little digging, and discovered that these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price.
Because the room is so awful, I should think.
Apparently Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago.
Oh, God, I am mixing everyone's names up.
Yes, that is correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation.
Is there a murder in here? Is this a murder house? Is it haunted? Really?
Still, that is of little relevance here. A matter not worthy of further attention.
Are you sure? I'm really curious now.
Well, I believe I told you all I can.
Thanks, Mr. Sholmes.
Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. It was our intention to become a practitioner of the law.
You remembered. You remembered something about me, Hurley.
Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it?
I'm not sure.
Not sure? On what grounds?
Well, I defended someone in court here just yesterday.
Really? Well then, I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized. And so promptly as well.
The thing is, it really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence?
Yes, trust.
Hey, Mr. Sholmes? Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he?
My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea.
Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate?
Yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them.
Oh, okay.
Nevertheless, there are two facts I can state quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room. And there are witnesses who swear to have seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. And one more thing.
Oh, what is it, Mr. Sholmes? Do tell us.
I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something.
Mr. Garrett it is? Mr. Sholmes said so much before, didn't he?
Anyway, at the present, that is really all that plays in my mind in relation to this case. Mr. Naruhodo, as yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence. We have the receipt. Oh, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probe a little deeper into Mr. Garrett's secret. Alright, back upstairs. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be irrelevant or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo. Thank you. I love you. A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room. I'm like just clicking, like going through all these. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna skip over reading these out loud, and I'll probably cut out the video, just for time's sake. And then I turn over and I see that. Darling, what you doing, babe? What is he doing over there? Mr. Sholmes? We meet again, my dear fellows. Good gracious, when did you sneak in here? Herlock Sholmes, sir, at your service. Whatever are you doing by the window? I am given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madam. Yet sadly, cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly it is, it lacks the aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here. Oh, well, keeping an eye on one's desk at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering. And the other thing, Mr. Naruhodo. Huh? Me? I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great mind. He's not talking about, is he? I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon. Do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo? I mean, I didn't look at the other side of the room yet. There's just enough time to do one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let's conclude the matter before dark. And I have probably exactly enough time to do so let's do it. Mr. Garrett, though it would seem you are a military man of considerably distinguished service, your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what we call first rate. I'm afraid, sir, that it's all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I've been able to draw by careful observation of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon? The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of the ferocious beast in your camp. Wait, what? And second is that the result of the beast's violent rampage, you've lost something very dear to you. Mr. Naruhodo, look! The old man's broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions have been spot on. How could you possibly? How could I possibly know, you mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. Okay. Urgh. And I only know too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Okay. The game is afoot! Alright, topic 1. Nature of the beast. Conclusion. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see. Oh yeah. That a fearsome beast has been on a rampage of late within these four walls. Thus we face the question. What form might this beast take? Okay, he's looking that way? Towards what? For a man with military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Your furtive glance, Mr. Garrett, leads us directly to the answer. No, it wasn't the lion. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue. Yes, though an armed man, you appear unimposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What is this piffle, I ask you?
In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you try to keep this very... I don't think he had a whole line in this house. What? Oh, wait, he got slapped? That was a hand thing on his face. Yet, living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you imagined. The chilling traces of wild rampage are still very much in evidence. No, look, the way it's a dent like that, it looks like something went and fell on it. Well. Yet, as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam? Oh, me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me and one glanced in your direction. It is. Oh, your dress bucket gives us a handsome clue to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from the handle advertising a circus show. Ah! Yes, you sought to dispose of the terrifying lion, Mr. Garrett, at Batty Circus, a traveling show currently sojourning in the nearby park. I've observed the tents. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe. Troupe. I most certainly did not. I believe I have made my points. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire. Yeah. Okay, topic 2. Aftermath. Now, Mr. Garrideb, it is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that life post, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain in your feelings revealed by the supporting arm. Amidst faded tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage. Nonsense, man, I simply... But what, we must now ask ourselves, is the true cause of this pain? I mean, only to follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, this pile of bills has given rise to the pain you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on your financial circumstances of your household. Oh! That's not his maid, that's his wife. He's pretending as his maid, so no one thinks he's poor? But then, what? No, that seems wrong. And so you had no choice but to let it go. Oh, well, yes, Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one less unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath, which can clearly be seen by observing the carpet over there. I didn't even notice that. I just saw the candle and I'm like, yeah, whatever. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eyes settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, you'll need to look at the Tower of Cakes. Sure. There's no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsatiated appetite. Was it or was it not once said by a certain noblewoman, if they have no bread, let them eat cake? It was at the heart of all tragedy, in fact. Whatever do you mean? Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not to spell out the nature of its final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There's only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth marks on the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India. Carpet gnawed on by the starving lion, huh? Sure. This concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this beastly puzzle. Man, that felt so wrong. I love it. Yeah, burn him. Burn him out of that stupor. What is the matter with you, Joan? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Garrett. I'm afraid I didn't notice.
My deductions can be startling sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times, too.
Oh. Mr. Sholmes, sorry to butt in again, but can I make an observation?
Why, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. What is it, again?
Well, your deductions just now. You really think a lion could have fit inside a room of this size?
Indeed. It is the only explanation for the facts. The terrifying truth all too often lies beyond the realms of our common sense.
But wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense, too? But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garrett and his maid would have been hurt, or worse.
Ah, that is where you are stuck. No doubt the foreign military man held his own against the beast using that large cannon.
I thought you said they sold the lion to the circus. And what about the food? Eating potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I've ever heard of a lion that drinks tea.
Ah, my dear Mrs. Zato, it occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race of breeding, whenever anyone lands in Great British soil, they're infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea.
Oh, what a glorious notion. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's your turn to shine again. Yeah, I had a feeling that was coming. A slight massage, that's all Mr. Sholmes' deductions need. You can do it.
Excellent. I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo.
We don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help in Mr. Natsumi's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least, that's what I want to believe.
Let's start again. From the beginning of Herlock Sholmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular.
Course correction! Hold it, Mr. Sholmes!
Okay, let's stop that. Nope, not lion statue.
I really didn't see that lion thing coming. No, but if you observe Mr. Gyarados' reaction, it rather seems as though the beast did indeed run amok here in this room. Sure, but something with a very fierce nature. But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India. So what was it then? We must follow Mr. Gyarados' gaze. That'll lead us to the true answer.
Baby? What's this photograph?
It appears to be from Mr. Gyarados' wedding.
Oh, it's a wedding. He is married to her.
He looks very happy, doesn't he?
He does, but he can't make out his bride.
No, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face.
I wonder what happened. Probably not the best to delve too deeply here.
The glass is broken, so you can't see the bride's face at all.
But no amount of cracks that had the woman's plump form.
I think powerful would be kinder than plump, Mr. Naruhodo.
Sorry. There's a lot of horsepower there. Not someone you'd want to upset, that's for sure.
Oh look, have you noticed her wedding ring? It's very large, isn't it?
Uh-huh. That's an unusual design.
It looks like some sort of embellished sunflower.
So, I mean, yeah, so it was her? Present?
Take that!
Newlywed bride. The true nature of the beasts that run rampant here is revealed by that newlywed bride. Precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could possibly fit. Yes, this framed print pictures your wife, Mr. Garradab. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured, we can still make out her mighty arms and know the considerable horsepower they must contain. Oh, indeed. Surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be... Sholmes! No, we're not calling her a beast. Honored... Yeah. might be stretching a point.
Too late.
The fact that remains that the fierce, which so savagely savaged this room, was your wife, Mr. Garrett.
Gillick.
The chilling traces of the wild rampage are still very much in evidence.
Well,
yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Okay. Let's call her an angry creature. Alright, okay, no, not her pocket.
the poor fragile defenseless woman is beside herself.
I don't know about fragile. Oh god, Ryunosuke, shh!
Oh dear. Anyway,
Oh, oops, not wrong voice.
anyway, Mr. Sholmes is quite right. There's no sign of Mr. Garrett anywhere.
Of Mrs. Garrett
Anywhere. But seems there may be a clue to her whereabouts.
A clue the maid's trying to hide. I wonder if Mr. Garrett's wife could. Oh my god, really, everyone? Really? There we go. The wedding ring. Oh, click it. Click it. She's wearing a very large ring. Look.
Oh yes, a sunflower design with some rather nice embellishments. It's on the ring finger on the left hand, which means
It's surely a wedding ring.
oh, it's surely a wedding ring.
It looks as if it's on there for life too. I can't imagine it's life. Oh my god, Ryunosuke. God damn.
There's something to think, Mr. Naruhodo, not to say. Do you know Mr. Garrett's wife in the photograph had a ring very much like this one? It was a large sunflower design as well.
Wait, really? You have a great memory from something that happened 30 seconds ago, Mrs. Akta-san. A large sunflower ring. It's quite a coincidence. Oh my god, we're so dumb. Present that. Present that right now.
Take that!
Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue to the bride's current whereabouts.
Ah,
Indeed it does. The flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. Of course, identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garrett's bride in his photographic prints. In other words, you're no ordinary household maid. No. You're Mr. Garrett's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garrett herself. Oh my god, we finally figured it out. Good job, people.
word.
Well, jolly fine detecting, sir. As you rightfully surmise, this is my wife. Yes, my Joan. Are the letters of... Oh my god! Shh. Yeah, burn him. It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable circumstances. After all, you're a retired army man, and yet you're in the business of renting out rooms. Psst. I would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? It's not right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man is his pride, don't you know? By golly, it's a sorry thing when a champ can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though it might consider an opinion. Such concerns about appearances are a folly. You mean Mr. Garrett has his wife work as his maid? Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garrett? Only in company, obviously, but listen here. This must remain a secret. Tip-top secret, please. We're gonna tell the whole court. Sorry, we're telling all of London. Raging wife from Mr. Garrett. Okay. I mean, so clearly the carpet was burned by the candle. The question is, why'd she slap him? Now, Mr. Garrett. Oh, wow, no. Now, Mr. Garrett. It's plainly clear to see they have deep feelings for this formidable being. Ah, your wife. Indeed, in that blithe pose, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you've... Okay, man, nope. Mr. Sholmes is quite something. He's so calm. Oh, yeah, it's not nice.
Yes, as a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable.
But Mrs. Garrett is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he?
Oh, how true. So perhaps that supporting arm sees you propping up his head. So there's significance then.
According to Mr. Scholes, Mr. Garrett's pain is tangible, though.
Yeah, we saw the hand.
Nope. 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 Slap cheek.
Take that!
Your head weighs heavy on your head. Wow. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that slap cheek. And of course, the deliverer of that impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade. Was you, Madame Joan Garrett?
Well, yes.
You've been desperate to hide the slap mark on your cheek, sir. How the blazes. How'd you work that out, man? I mean, look at your face, sir. Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow. That's why you haven't looked directly at us, even once. To keep your other side from view. Well, Now, let's proceed with the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such a violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Garrettep to fly into a rage. You didn't cheat on her, did you? I mean, I'll need to follow the directions of your gaze to find the answer. Nope. Was it the trash can?
Didn't Mr. Schultz say the bills are all for lion fodder?
I mean, yeah, but always said the lie never existed, which can only mean the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food.
Mr. Naruhodo, she's a person, not a thing.
Yeah, well, she's also the person who gave her husband a mighty slap around in the face. Yeah, she shouldn't have done that either. I mean, we're gonna find out if she should. No. One so hardly left a perfect hang mark, in fact.
Yes. Why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder?
I want to know the answer to that question, too. Okay, yeah. Shouldn't have hit... Oh, wait. Oh, this is something broken. He was cheating! Slap him! Slap him, Joan!
Someone was reading this book at this moment. There's a bookmark here, too. Look. Mr. Garrett is clearly an avid reader.
Wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark.
Oh, no, it isn't. It's a note in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary.
And the next signature there. Lip marks. Maybe with lipstick.
What a passionate romantic gesture.
Don't get any ideas, Sato-san.
Oh dear, I'm sorry.
So this bookmark's actually a love note then, And we're presenting that. Yep. Broken plate. Yeah, that would definitely make her rampage. Understandably, slap him again. I mean, actually, she should figure out if it is something. John's like, the most popular name in English-speaking countries, right? If it still is, I don't know. Yeah, it's this love note that was giving rise to the pain you suffer. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed. Oh, she's so mad. Perhaps the sender of this note, a certain Miss Mary, is the fly in the ointment here. But I don't know the bully woman. Wait, you don't know her? That note was written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there. It was just in there, you say? That's right. It's what I've been...
A likely story?
Now listen here, Joan, old thing. I explained all the time at the time. I bought the book at the second-hand place, and that note must have already been in there. So the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, you mean? That's right. It's what I've been
A likely story.
For heaven's sakes, woman, look at the name. It's written to James. My name, because you've forgotten, is John. Oh. I switched that up.
A likely story?
Are you questioning my name now? Okay, hold on. Stop hitting him now. This actually could be an issue here. And there we have it. And there we have it. Arouse suspicions of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with the most ferocious bites. Now, in the final fit of rage, the ferocious wife carried out a last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The actress can clearly be seen when observing the carpet over here. An expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, dearie me.
What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madam, I'm afraid it's you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has settled upon an answer this very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet. And he's like, nope, okay.
But surely Mrs. Garrett didn't eat the carpet.
No, of course not.
But there doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of the disarray in this room is a result of her wild temper. No, that's true. Since the last time Mr. Sholmes' abduction, we have to fix. We only need to follow Mr. Garrett's gaze, and that will tell us the real answer.
Alright, let's see what we can do.
Yes.
And
Take that!
Candlestick.
yeah, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we'll need to look at the candlestick. Most illuminating, my dear fellow. And of course, the only possible way is logical labyrinth. Yeah, the remains of the precious tack in the carpet was devoured is clearly visible. Indeed they are. The scorch marks of the edge clearly give the truth away. Scorch marks? It would appear that this room was the scene of a little marital altercation. Mrs. Garrett's mighty muscle arms left an impression, not only on her husband's face, but on the entire room. The force of her strike caused the candle to fall from the holder. And in seconds, the carpet was alight, and the whole corner of the room in flames. Yes, sir, For the most ferocious beast in the world is neither a violent woman or a vengeful woman, but fire. Yeah, that's true. I'll give you that one. And in this room, the ferocious beast spread his claws and ran amok. Eloquently put, my dear fellow. For you see, there is but one conclusion here. After the sparks of marital discord flew, the room was the scene of a fire. Which is dangerous because they're above everyone else. Mr. Sholmes, sir. I salute to you. Oh, is he gonna die? You killed him. Carpet scorched by a small fire. Solved! And in the pages of one particular novel, you discovered some rather illicit material. Yeah, because John and Mary is Watson. I know that one. John Watson and Mary Watson.
For which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems.
Don't know about admonish? Demolish might be rather closer to the mark. And beast is most... yeah, no. Don't say that. Here we go again. And the carpet? Was it destroyed by the fire when the candle fell on the floor? For to say it was. Happened in a blink of an eye, you know. The whole place full of smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. I was caught between the old stick's rage and a rage in flames. You paint a horrid picture, sir. One that would be most entertaining.
That's sympathy for you.
Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bloody furniture started going up as well. We had to hide that mess behind the screen for the time being.
Over there, Mr. Garrett?
Well, you have nothing more to hide now, if you'd allow me.
Evidence, evidence, evidence.
Or bird book stuff. Had all my favorite old novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got a hold of them, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke. Oh gosh. And the wife started hurling things at me.
What a terrible sight it must have been.
There I was, back up against the wall, under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books incoming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it is, I lost my favorite. Book called The Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride. Ah, yes, your Tori's love for big cats coming through again. I assure you the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest. So the poor man really did lose something dear to him in the result of the ferocious beast's rampage. Yeah, stop saying beast.
Mr. Sholmes' deductions have to be the correct once again.
It can only be described as a great British wonder. I tell you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere, and the old stick in a full fettle.
Out of interest, what time of day was that, sir?
I'm not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see. Around 5 o'clock, I think.
So, exactly the same time as the terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window by the street window.
Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole of Blighty could have been flattened outside my window at that moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing.
Oh, really?
So, they can't be held for witnesses.
Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, Nurse Naruhodo, what can I do for you?
Well, I think we got to the bottom of Mr. Garrett's situation now. But what does that do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances?
I can't help you there, I'm afraid.
Huh?
My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew the retired army man could be hiding something, I cannot be sure whether a secret could prove your relevance or not.
I just knew you were going to say that.
Now, Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of two categories. Those relevant to the case and those not.
That makes no sense. That makes sense.
Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now.
Huh?
Visiting hours to the prison will soon be over.
Oh no, is it time already? If we're to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have our official paperwork to attend to.
So that's it. No more time to think.
Perhaps you'd like to betake yourself to bidding us farewell now? I must prepare supper for Mr. Garrett. Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry. Thank you both very much for your time.
Soseki-san's gonna be waiting for us. And I'm going to have to give him an answer. And it is almost into an hour and 40 minutes. Alright, so we're going to cut the episode here. I know I probably just have talked to him in the prison, and then this chapter part will be done. But, yeah. Next episode.
Alright, see you guys next time. Laters!